Welcome to the Musa video blog. It's just over a week to Pesach. A week from tonight is Pesach, and we know it's described as Zaman Chiruseinu, the time of our freedom. So let's just say a thought about freedom. Well, we know clearly that it didn't mean that the Jews were free and we left Egypt and we could do whatever we wanted, because if you look at the biblical account, it wasn't too long after that God spoke to us on Mount Sinai and gave us all kinds of mitzvahs. So we had all kinds of tons of responsibilities that were placed upon us. So it wasn't like we became so free that we could just do whatever we felt like. We became free, but filled with responsibilities. So this is a big discussion, and it's not for right now at the Musa video blog, but let's just put it succinctly that what we gained then was a kind of spiritual freedom. Freedom of our spirit. That's what we gained. So let's bring this modern day. Pesach is coming, and it's a time of our freedom. And it doesn't just mean that we should talk about something that happened a few thousand years ago, but it's also a time to contemplate our own lives and maybe free ourselves, make ourselves free, make our spirits free to be who we can really be. So there is a phenomena, a relatively recent phenomena, that is called Fomo. It's the F-O-M-O. And I'll read you a definition. Of course, I got it off of Google. Fomo, fear of missing out. F-O-M-O, fear of missing out. Anxiety that an exciting or interesting event may currently be happening elsewhere, often aroused by posts seen on a social media website. As an example, I realized I was a lifelong sufferer of FOMO. Or, have you been invited to the party? Next week everyone's going, etc., etc., etc. Fear of missing out. It's robbing us of who we are. The Torah teaches us, and surely Musa teaches us, that the vast treasures that we can unlock in this world lie within ourselves. When we dig deeper inside ourselves, and of course, how we relate to the world at large, that interaction, but what Musa wants us to do is go deeper, to uncover our inner world, become holy people, cleave to that spirituality that is already within us. And this idea, there's something over here, something over here, and feeling bad about it. Oh, I'm afraid I might miss this, I might miss this. It's robbing us of the opportunity to unlock our potential. I have to tell you, I remember when I was, 13 or 14 years old, I used to watch TV a lot. And every night I'd watch TV, and this show and that show. And I remember I'd say to myself, you gotta watch this show tonight, because if you don't watch this show tonight, you may never have a chance ever of seeing this show again. This episode at least. And then one day, I don't know why, I had this incredible epiphany. And I said to myself, if you don't watch this show tonight, you may never be able to see this episode again. And I responded to myself in that inner voice and I said, who the heck cares? So you won't see it. What's the big deal? It's not that important. You have more important things to do with your life. As I say, to all those who may be plagued by this FOMO, fear of missing out, say to yourself, okay, I might miss this event or that event, or I might miss something that's being posted on Facebook or whatever. I might not be in the know about this or that. Ask the question, is it really that important? And we may decide that the answer is who the heck cares? What I'm doing right now, when I'm with this person, interrelating with this person, or when I'm spending time with myself to become more in touch with who I am, when I'm spending time with God, that's much more important. So this is something relevant on the table that this year, our Pesach, in addition to celebrating the great simcha that happened to the Jewish people as a whole, but it's also a time that we can take a step to gain our own personal freedom. See you next time.